Hi there and welcome. Today's video is a flip through of this beautiful new colouring book that has just been released by Colorya. It came out on Friday, I believe. I am of course currently filming and releasing this on the 12th of December 2022, so it's new at the moment. They do beautiful colouring books that's always very nicely spiral bound and on this wonderful thick shiny cardstock. And I am going to have a play in this as well today so we can see. I'm thinking that the polychromos would really like this shiny paper, so we will test those and some alcohol markers for you, as I know you'll be interested for that because they are single-sided pages. So this is Wonderful Little World Volume 2, so they have created a new one. Do excuse my little dog having a bit of a paddy there. We'll pop him on the chair, see if he calms down. His friend is not here today, so he's not happy. So Colorya sent this for me to flip and review. They have sent me some of their mandala books in the past, and they are lovely books, but this is more my kind of colouring, so that kind of cute fantasy kind of scene. So I was really excited for this one, so we'll get a move on. We'll do the flip and then we'll have a play. So you've got your book belongs to page, and as I say, you can see it's on this wonderfully thick card. They're single-sided, so you can use your alcohol markers. You will be able to use water media on these without too much warping, I would imagine. Obviously it's not watercolour paper, don't go crazy, but it's thick enough that it should stand up to paints and such. These are just so pretty. It's so big it's hard to get it all the way on camera. Let's see, let's bring you out a little bit further. Very Jiminy Cricket. But these are super cute. Makes me think of Peter Rabbit. Really fun. They're kind of simple and yet detailed pages. It's quite unusual. There's a lot going on. There's plenty stuff. I don't like big images on a page, so I like that there's lots of bits and pieces to colour. They really fill in their backgrounds. Let's turn this for you guys. You know, there's not just lots of sand. They've filled things in. They've put stuff into their images. Oh, I love the mushroom umbrella. Little mushroom houses. Very nice little town here with the mice. I like this one. I feel like there's plenty of different seasons in here as well. There's some beach scenes, there's some Christmas scenes. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing a Halloween one. These are badgers, no? That is super cute. Or are they chipmunks? That could go either way, couldn't it? Could be a badger or a chipmunk, that one. So we've got the mix of portrait and landscape. Got a hedgehog, fox, bit of everything. Is this a mole? No, it's a guinea pig, is it? Okay, not good at animals. I knew I'd seen a Halloweeny one. So I feel like there's a bit of every season in there, so you can kind of colour all year round with this. Another pumpkin page there. See, look at all those leaves. Hope you like leaves, guys. I love this, like the mix of the sugars with what looks like fireworks. I think they're actually not. Are they fireworks? Are they plants? It could be both. That is so cool. This feels very November to me. Which in the UK is Guy Fawkes. I suppose for you guys it would be more July 4th, wouldn't it? If you're in America. More pumpkins. And then this feels much more wintry, almost Christmassy, but not quite. So if you're not a big Christmas fan, I feel like you could still colour that as a winter page, which is nice. Oh yeah, we've got snow on the houses here, all wrapped up for winter. A little mouse man. I love that. Pigs this time. Again, it's winter without being Christmas, which is nice. Not everyone colours Christmas pages. And then you've got your Christmas page. They didn't miss you out. We've got a very Christmassy looking snowman there. Oh, we've got a little bit of ice skating. And finally a penguin. Oh, I like this. Do we have bears this time? I think we do. The pages are so thick, I'm just checking I've only got the one. Penguins, one igloo there. These could be really beautiful, really make these glow in the background with the lights on the trees there. And then we've got story time. This is so cute. Bit of dancing. And that finishes us off. Oh, I love that. I've picked a page to have a little play with, so we will flick back to that. If I can find it now. There we go. I figured we'd have a play with leaves. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a play and can report my findings for you guys. I thought it'd be more interesting this way than watching me mess around. So I used some alcohol marker in one spot, and although you can see it through the card, let me sort out the brightness on this. There we go. It did not, however, transfer onto the backing piece I had behind. Now, I put quite a few layers on there trying to create a blend, so I'll be honest, I still wouldn't want to risk a page. I don't think it's worth it for just the sake of a piece of copy paper, just to chuck in behind there. So I would still pop a backing sheet in between, just for peace of mind, but the card's thick enough that it's soaked in quite nicely. I tried an Ohuhu and one of my Spectrum Noirs, and although they go down very patchy and a bit weird, it immediately soaks into the paper and creates a really nice smooth colour, which you can see here. And I would definitely use a marker base without any problems, pop my pencil over in these books. I think it'll be really nice. It'll really speed up the process for you guys. It's nice to not have to spend a million years colouring a page of this size with this much detail in it. So it's lovely to be able to do that. I did also try a little marker blend on this leaf here. I'm going to bring you guys in so can show you a little bit of detail. So this is just markers. I've got a dark medium green and light green. Obviously this is not really my forte, I'm not brilliant, and it took a couple of layers for me to get it kind of blended properly, and I probably My preference would still be to add a little bit of pencil just to clean up some of the blend lines in there, but quite doable. It dries really fast, so there's no messing around. You've got to go straight from colour to colour. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are far more talented in marker blending than me and would be able to really work with this quite nicely. So I like the look that I managed to achieve, and I'm not sad about it. So you could play with your colour blends and markers and see where you end up. Maybe neaten it up with some pencil at the end. It's your choice. I mean, you don't have to shade at all. You can just pop your marker base down. Colouring is completely optional. I then put pencils over the top of this marker. I used my Polychromos because this kind of firmer pencil like the polys work really nicely over smooth papers like this. So I'd kind of had it in my mind that these were going to work really nicely. I bet your Brute Funa squares would go down quite nicely in here. Maybe even the Pro colours may lay down quite nicely in here. I'm trying to think what else I've got that would. I can imagine your Kohinoor poly colours and maybe even your Pablos, because although the Pablos are wax, they're quite dry. They definitely have quite a high oil content to them. They're drier, they're firmer, so I think any of those kind of pencils would work really nice in here. And it did go over the marker really nicely. Obviously, pop your marker base down, leave it for a few minutes, let it dry properly. If you put pencils straight over marker, it's going to peel and pit the paper because the paper's wet and you're just tearing into the surface. So always let your pens dry properly. And then of course I just did a pencil layer on its own, just using the Polychromos colours, dark to light as always. And again, it's going to take you a little bit longer, you'll have to build up those layers, but you get a lovely effect with the pencils. So yeah, I hope this helps for kind of what to use in here. I would imagine you'd be able to use some watercolour in here. I mean, don't wet it through, it's not a watercolour page, but it's thick enough cardstock that you'd be able to play like that. I bet it would take acrylic paint really well as well. Again, I mean, it's not a canvas, don't be popping a billion layers down there, but you're really going to be able to mix your media in these books and have a really good play and experiment and find the way that you like to play. It's probably a little bit too smooth to get a nice kind of pastel lay down. I may be wrong, but I know they do tend to sit better with a little bit of tooth. I mean, you could gesso this page and really completely change the surface. There's not a lot you can't do to change paper nowadays to what you want it to be. So you could slap some gesso down there, leave it 24 hours to dry, come back in and put your prismas down on there. It's not going to be a problem. So yeah guys, I love it. I love the images, I love the paper quality. I love that you can get these books on Amazon, so you're not then kind of paying extortionate prices on shipping, which is a really nice benefit nowadays with the changing way that is working for having anything delivered. So yeah guys, that is Wonderful Little World Volume 2, the new book out by Colorya. All the information is in the description box down below. It's linked if you want to go and purchase. And apart from that guys, have an amazing week, happy colouring, and thanks for watching.